Hey book lovers, I'm Elise and welcome back to my channel. So this is a travel vlog. Nick and I are about to hit the road. We are actually going to be spending the week of Thanksgiving in Arizona to celebrate both Thanksgiving and also Nick's birthday. His birthday is on Black Friday. Right now I'm just waiting for Nick to get home from work. Then we're gonna load up the bags and hit the road. Michigan got a lot of snow last night, so I'm a little nervous. Our flight's not till 6 and it's about a 2.5 hour drive and we're leaving around 2. So that'll put us at about 4:30, maybe 5 if we have to drive a little bit slower. Hopefully we don't have any issues on the way down that cause us to miss our flight, and hopefully our flight is not delayed. We were looking last night and there were a few flights that had a couple hour delay due to the weather. So we're going to be there for a little over a week, and I'm only bringing one physical book. I'm going to bring Beach Read by Emily Henry, but I am bringing my Kindle as well. Hopefully I don't have to give you an airport update that we missed our flight or are delayed. So as long as that doesn't happen, the next time I talk to you, we will be in Arizona. So we're not at the airport, and we're also not in Arizona. By the time that Nick got done working and made it through the snow to get home, we were not going to have enough time to catch the flight. So we called the airline and we switched our flight from today to tomorrow. A little bit of a bummer because I was very much looking forward to getting out of this snow. It'll be fine. We'll sleep in, maybe go to breakfast, and then just take a nice leisurely drive down to where we need to be to catch our flight. So far, this vacation vlog is going so good. We actually just got back. We drove into town because I didn't do grocery shopping, so I didn't have anything. Like, we cleared the house out knowing we were going to be gone for a week. I have my Qdoba, I have my wine. We are going to watch a Christmas movie, and I'm going to read. I guess I will update you guys tomorrow, where we will hopefully be on our way. Okay.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
It is Saturday. We're heading to breakfast and then finally hitting the road. We're just unburying the car first. It's gonna be a long day of travel. Wish us luck. It is now Sunday and we made it finally to Arizona. Landed last night like about 8:30. It was like an hour drive from the city to where we're staying. We had pizza for dinner, so I feel like the pizza combined with the travel, I'm like so puffy this morning. In the car, there were so many cars in the ditches, and at one point we passed a vehicle that was currently being like, there was a huge tow truck kind of sitting across the road trying to pull it out. So it had traffic coming both ways, just stopped. And we sat there for probably about 15 minutes. I saw maybe I got most of them on camera. No, it wasn't like a bad accident or anything. It was just people had kind of like drove off into a snowbank. You know, there weren't any ambulances. Nobody was hurt or anything like that. The roads were just really bad. So if you didn't have good snow tires, or if it got too windy, or if you got too close to the side and you were kind of pulled into the snowbank, you would go off the road. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy drive. The drive is supposed to take 2.5 hours and it took us over 4. If we would have left Friday when we wanted to leave, there's no way, absolutely no way we would have made it. It's a bummer that we didn't get to fly out on Friday, but honestly, it was safer. And I think it just probably worked out better that we flew out yesterday. In the car ride, I didn't read as much as I expected to. I only got like maybe 40 pages into The Vanishing Half. So I don't really have a very concrete opinion yet. I like it so far. That much I can tell. The town that they grew up in, it's predominantly an African-American town, but they're very light skinned. And that's like their thing. I wonder if I can put this down. Okay, that's a little bit better, a little more comfortable. So yeah, when the twins are 16 years old, their mom basically forces them to stop going to school and start working. The one daughter, Stella, I believe it is, this really upsets her because she had like huge plans to graduate high school, go to college. The other twin, she didn't really care so much. They were very stifled in this town. You know, if they were to stay, that would be their life. They would just be working for the rest of their lives, and hard labor too. When they're 16, the town is having like this big festival that they have every year. The girls decide to leave. Kind of sounds like at first they go to New Orleans and then they split up from there. That part, it's only kind of alluded to. We haven't really learned much about what happened yet. In present day, Desiree, she ends up getting married and having a baby with this man that she met. It's interesting because even though they are from a Black community, because they're so light skinned, they almost look down upon getting married to and having children with darker skinned African Americans. And that's what Desiree does. She's kind of looked down upon because her daughter now looks a lot like her father. For one reason or another, she ends up going back to their hometown, bringing her daughter with her, not her husband, just her daughter. And everyone is like, oh my goodness, that's Desiree. You know, look how dark her daughter is. So that's kind of where I left off. And of course, I did not bring that physical book with me. I left that in the car, so I won't be able to pick that one back up until we get back to the airport in Michigan. Once we got to the airport, I did start reading A Court of Mist and Fury on my Kindle. I'm about 20% into that. Nothing's really happened. All I'll say is I like it. Yeah, I don't have much of an agenda. Really, we're just looking to relax. I do want to go to Barnes & Noble, buy at least one book to bring back home. That was another reason I only brought one physical book, because I wanted to make sure I had room in my luggage to pack a new one. I'll definitely be bringing you guys along for that. It's probably not going to happen today, but at some point during this trip, we will be going to Barnes & Noble. Right now, we just woke up. We're kind of getting up and about. We got unpacked last night. Like I said, had some pizza. The neighbor came over, visited for a little bit. We're going to be heading off to breakfast soon. That's like our thing here. We rarely cook in for breakfast. It's usually we go out for breakfast every day, although we do have to go get some groceries. It is going to be in the 70s this week. I'm excited for that. No snow, no cold. Well, it's the desert, so it does get very chilly at night. And then I have a couple videos that I'm working on, so I will be editing those, one of which I need to finish editing and get posted for you guys. By the time you see this, you'll have already seen that one. I'm doing the book cover telephone tag challenge created by Elizabeth over at Reading Riley. Yeah, that's about it. Hello. It's actually Monday afternoon. I didn't update for the rest of yesterday. What did we do yesterday? We went to breakfast and got some groceries, came back here and we sat outside, soaked up some sun for a couple hours. I didn't get any reading done yesterday, but I did finish editing my book cover telephone tag challenge. Yeah, that took a while, which is hilarious to me because it's a 9-minute video. So I think that just really goes to show how inexperienced I still am. Got that finished, uploaded, and it went live this morning. So Arizona is 2 hours behind Michigan. Last night, we decided to go to a movie after dinner. We went to a Mexican grill / sports bar. And it was pretty dead last night, which was kind of surprising. Food was really good and we decided to go see a movie. We wanted to see Ticket to Paradise, but the movie was at 9:10. So our bodies, of course, felt like it was 11:10 and we got like an hour into it. We're sitting there, we're trying to make it through, and it's like the movie's not super gripping anyways. And finally, we kind of look at each other and we're like, do we want to just leave? So we left like halfway through the movie. We're not the party kids we used to be, that's for sure. Today's been pretty low key. I have been doing reading today. We went to breakfast, of course, went to the grocery store, and we picked up some food for Thanksgiving. We're not doing a traditional Thanksgiving because it's just gonna be me and Nick and the neighbor here doing like steaks and twice baked potato and Caesar salad. I sat outside for a couple hours. I'm a little sunned out for the day, so I just came back inside, made myself a salad, and I'm actually going to hunker down on the couch and catch up on some booktube videos. Got a lot of unwatched ones to get to. So as far as a reading update, I'm about 40% through Akamath now. I'm really liking it. I love Reese. I liked him a lot in the first one as well. Yeah, I totally love him. And of course, having heard what other people have said as far as like casting actors as these characters, Reese is definitely Damon Salvatore. And Tamlin, I've actually started to picture as Stefan, the other Salvatore brother. I've met Moore and Amryn. I think it's Amryn. I haven't really pictured anyone for them, or for Feyre for that matter, but Cassian, I've heard people cast Jason Momoa, so that's all I'm thinking of. And there was that video of Jason Momoa promoting his new Netflix movie where I don't really know what he is. It's like slumber something, but he's wearing like a leather loincloth under his costume. I think this is like on Jimmy Kimmel from like a week ago, and he strips down and he, does a circle wearing his leather loincloth. And I saw somebody do a meme that's such a Cassian thing to do. And then Azriel, I'm actually like picturing Jasper from Twilight as Azriel. I don't love it, but that's what I'm picturing. I do have all the dangerous things that I would like to read this trip. I have beach read that I would like to read this trip. I would also really like to read Keep It in the Family. So later today, we're gonna go to happy hour, just have some dinner and some drinks, and probably just do a low-key night. Good morning. I woke up at a little after 6 this morning. I had a really messed up dream, and after I woke up, I couldn't get back to sleep, so I ended up coming out into the living room and made some oatmeal, and I actually started reading Keep It in the Family by John Mars. I am still reading Akamath, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit. This is the second book of his that I've read. I've also read The One, which I really enjoyed. That one was 5 stars. So in this one, there's a married couple, Mia and Finn, who buy this house. We as the reader know that something really bad happened in the house. In fact, there's a prologue that's 39 years previous, and there's something sketchy going on. In present day, Finn and Mia start renovating it, and up until that point, they'd been living with Finn's parents, so there's like, you know, the typical in-law relationship that you read about in books and see in movies, so that part was kind of cliche. Mia and Finn have been struggling with infertility quite a bit. They've done IVF. I think the issue was that she had endometriosis, and so she had to have a procedure, and then they did IVF. She had multiple miscarriages, so that kind of weighs heavily on them. They buy this old house and they start renovating it, and she falls pregnant just naturally. It takes them by surprise. This part's not a spoiler. This is in the synopsis. While they're doing the renovations, Mia finds this message written on like the skirting board, which leads them to the attic. And to the part now where we just find out what is in the attic. First of all, I would not buy an old house and renovate it to begin with. I have seen one too many scary movies, and I definitely believe in ghosts and demons and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't have bought the house in the first place, but I certainly would have gotten my butt out of there if I had found what they just found. The book's not terribly long. I'm also listening to the audiobook as I'm reading it, and there's only like 4 hours left. So depending on what we're doing today, I might be able to finish it. Hopefully I'll be able to give you more updates soon. My hair gets really dry out here. I can like hear it crunching. I'm about 30% into Keep It in the Family. It's kind of heavy. You get the points of view from Finn and Mia, and then also Finn's parents, Dave and Debbie, I believe are their names. But then you also get the point of view of this kind of unknown person. We don't know their name. And I think what we're supposed to be led to believe is that this individual, they were at the house like 40 years ago during the time of the prologue when really bad things happened there. So I'm not quite understanding what their connection is, and in the brief little chapters that we see of them, you know, they're doing bad things, and I'm not really seeing the purpose of it or how it relates to like what's happening with Finn and Mia. I mean, like I mentioned, Mia had really bad infertility issues, and now that they have their baby, which again, not a spoiler, that's in the synopsis, she has like postpartum depression. I don't know, I feel like every bad thing that could be happening is happening, like the infertility, and then the really scary pregnancy and the postpartum depression, and then like the father-in-law is an alcoholic and the mom is sick. So it's just it's almost like there's too much. There's too much going on, and I'm intrigued. I want to know what happens, but at the same time I'm not really enjoying my experience. I hope that made sense. We are headed out, so we're gonna do a little bit of shopping, finally go to Barnes & Noble. I'm sure you'll be seeing footage of that. And then tonight we do have plans to go to dinner. Hello. Well, we're back from shopping and lunch. Remember how I said I wanted to get one book from Barnes & Noble? Yeah, I got 3. Don't judge me. We've all done it. 2 of them I got because they were buy one, get one half off. I mean, that's a great deal. First one is The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. I've read The Flat Share and the Switch. She's just a fun romance author. I've never given her a 5-star, definitely like strong 4-star. And this one came out earlier this year. I think it was earlier this year. And I've not been able to find it at my library or on Scribd. Yeah, it's from 2022. I've really been wanting to read it. So I saw it. It was part of the sale, so I decided to get it. This one, I think the same guy stands up 3 different women and they kind of like band together to go against him, kind of like John Tucker Must Die, I think. Yeah, these 3 women are strangers who only have one thing in common. They've all been stood up on the same day, the very worst day to be stood up, Valentine's Day. And unbeknownst to them, they've all been stood up by the same man. The same guy made Valentine's Day plans with 3 different women. A tool. The other buy one, get one half off that I got is Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. Hopefully she doesn't fall either, but it's She Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. This is the same author as, and it might actually be part of the same series, Delilah Green Doesn't Care. So I don't know if they're related really. I haven't read Delilah Green Doesn't Care, but I have it back home and it sounds like a really cute sapphic romance. This one sounds like Astrid is a bit of a type A personality. It says failure is unacceptable to her. Ever since she broke up with her fiance a year ago, she's been focused on her career. Her friends might say she's obsessed, but she knows she's just driven. When Prue Everwood asks her to be the designer for the Everwood Inn's renovation, which will be featured on a popular HGTV show, Astrid is thrilled. Not only will the project distract her from her failed engagement and help her struggling business, but her perpetually displeased mother might finally give her a nod of approval. Another light romance. Actually, all of these are romance. I did look at some fantasy and some thrillers. I actually had The Poppy Wars in my stack, but it's winter. I wanted something light and sweet. So this one was not on sale, but I definitely wanted a Christmas kind of read. The Holiday Trap by Roan Parrish. I think this is another like gay romance. So Greta Rusikoff loves her tight-knit family and tiny hometown, but they can't seem to understand what it's like to be a lesbian living in a small world. And then there's Truman. Belvedere's heart is crushed when he learns that his boyfriend has a secret life, including a husband and daughter. Enter a mutual friend with a life-altering idea: swap homes for the holidays. For one perfect month, Greta and Truman will have a chance to experience a whole new world and maybe fall in love with the partner of their dreams. This actually reminds me a little bit of The Switch by Beth O'Leary, except that one is she and her grandma switch places. Sounds like a cute little holiday read. They did have a little table of a couple different holiday books, but not a huge selection. Anyways, went in for 1 book, got 3. Oh, I also got this cute little, it's just cubic zirconia, but I had a really nice like rose gold plated ring, and it kind of had like the swoops. They were like 2 loops, like this kind of, with cubic zirconia on there, and I loved it. I wore it on my middle finger, like this one. But my youngest, he closed it in the bathroom door and squished it, and it was irreparable. So I've been very sad. We are about to go to happy hour, have some drinks, and then hopefully when we get home, I'll just be able to relax and maybe read a little bit more. Sorry for this lighting. The sun is starting to go down, so I'm quickly running out of daylight. Today was fun. Super relaxed and low-key. We went to breakfast and I had like the most delicious smoothie and like a bagel with cream cheese that had sliced tomato and bacon. So that was really good. Then we just came back here and went out for a little bit. I did more editing for some videos, and then we went to the pool for a couple hours and I was able to get some more reading in. So, reading update on Keep It in the Family. This book is kind of crazy. Like I said before, it's like there's too many elements in it that like, I don't know, like all the elements that you can think of in a thriller, like situations, like addictions that characters might have, or mistakes that characters have made, or trauma, past trauma that a character had in their childhood. Like it's all in there. So I'm still kind of feeling like it's just too much. Like I would have liked to see a lot of that dialed back a little bit. It's a little overwhelming, and more got revealed like about halfway through. I'm about 60% in now. I can't remember if I said that, but yeah, like about halfway through, you find out something else that happened and you're like, oh, dear Lord. I'm enjoying my reading experience a little bit more, which is good. It's definitely ramping up. The part with the like extra character that we don't know who it is yet, they were the voice of the prologue. That timeline, it's really confusing me. So the prologue is 39 years prior, and then chapter 1 starts in present day. Every chapter is a different point of view of the 5 characters, Finn, Mia, Dave, and Debbie, who are Finn's parents, and then this 5th person that we don't know who it is. And the chapters that are this mystery person, they started like 1 year ago, and then like the next one is 8 years ago. So it's going back in time, meeting up to the time of that the prologue took place. But a lot of the stuff that's kind of happening, I'm like, maybe it's just a little over my head, but I'm not quite following that. Like it almost seemed like some of it was backwards. So I don't know. And honestly, I don't care enough to like dig into it any further, but it is what it is. I just got ready. We're going to be leaving for dinner soon. We're going to one of our favorite restaurants here that we love. It's like island themed. They have like this really yummy fish bite appetizer, and I love getting like chicken and pineapple. You guys, there was just a major plot twist. So I definitely thought I knew where this was going, and I was wrong. And I'm so excited. I want to go back to reading, but I had to do this update real quick. My mind is blown. Finished Keep It in the Family. You guys, oh my goodness. Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. My last update, I had just read a pretty big twist. I think that was probably the big twist, but it wasn't the only one. Since the last time that I updated you, holy cow. Very dark, very heavy. I think if you're a parent, you might find it more distressing to read. It was still a little much having, you know, all the elements that I had mentioned before, but I think it definitely I think it definitely made up for it. And everything that I was like questioning, I don't know why I doubted John Mars. That that man knows what he is doing. In case you couldn't tell, I gave it 5 stars. There's nothing about the ending that I have any complaints about. The issues I had in the beginning of the book worked themselves out. This is the second book now that I've read by John Mars, and the second one that I've given 5 stars to. That actually means that if I read a third book by him and rate it 4.5 stars or higher, he'll be considered a favorite author. So that's kind of exciting. Now that I've finished reading that, I probably have to get started on dinner for Thanksgiving. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is our last full day here. And then Saturday morning, we head to the airport and go back to Michigan. I probably won't update anymore today. So I hope all of you are having a wonderful Thanksgiving with your loved ones, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. So I just started reading Beach Read by Emily Henry. It's kind of cool. I'm enjoying it so far. Today is Nick's birthday, so we're just hanging out, soaking up some sun. We'll probably head to the pool again today, and then of course happy hour and dinner later on to celebrate. Hello, good evening. Vacation is over. Pretty much. It's Friday night. We are all packed, got the house cleaned up. Tomorrow morning when we wake up, we're going to just get a quick bite to eat and then head to the airport. Today was really fun. It was Nick's birthday, so we went to breakfast and he just wanted to kind of hang out at the condo. We went to the pool and then we did happy hour with the neighbor. Then we went to dinner. I made reservations at a restaurant that we really like here. So it was really sweet. When I made the reservation, I of course told them that, we were there celebrating a birthday, and once they cleared our plates, they brought out this super delicious 7-layer chocolate cake, I think he said it was, with like a few scoops of their homemade vanilla ice cream and like fresh berries, and they even had happy birthday written on the plate in chocolate. That was just, it's kind of a cool touch. I did read for quite a bit today. I started Beach Read. I'm about 120 some pages into it now, like about a third of the way through. I'm liking it. I like the banter, and I did see that a bit in Book Lovers as well. I think it's a little bit better in this one. I'm sure I'll read that on the plane. I still have Akamath to go back to, and The Vanishing Half in the car when we get back to the airport in Michigan. But if I don't finish Beach Read on the plane, I might just keep reading it in the car until I finish it, because I'm really liking it. I probably won't do too much of an update on Beach Read in this vlog, because I'm actually doing a separate Emily Henry vlog where I'm reading all 3 of her books. I started with Book Lovers, now I'm reading Beach Read, and then I'll be reading The People We Meet on Vacation. Anyways, I just wanted to do a final update. In Arizona. I probably will not have time to update tomorrow. I'm just glad our flight's not super early. I hate when flights are like at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't like getting up early. It's not fun. It's not a good time for me. Anyways, I am exhausted. I'm excited to get home. Good night, and I will talk to you when I get home. I'm back in Michigan. It's very rainy. Most of the snow definitely Most of the snow definitely melted. So we left Michigan in a blizzard and we came back to mid 40s. Hardly any snow. It's raining a bunch today. It's just, oh, it's not December yet. It's still November, but it's Christmas time. I want snow. I wanted to come back to a winter wonderland and we didn't. That's really depressing. Oh. That's a loud one. Oh, he's leaving. Okay, that was fun. That was so fun. We got home last night about 8:30 or so. We got pizza because no groceries in the house. I have to get groceries today. And we watched Slumberland, the new Jason Momoa movie. It was really good. It was really good. It was very touching. I cried. I cried quite a bit, actually, which I hate. I hate crying. I came into town. I had to get gas. I got a car wash. It is raining, but I wanted to just wash off all of the sand and salt and whatever. And then I came to the library. I just wanted to see if they had any new releases, like holiday new releases. There wasn't much. Sunday's not a good day to come to the library. I think like midweek, the bus day, that's the day that I normally have the most luck. I've been really trying to get the new Tom Felton. Can't find it. I mean, I could get it from Audible, but I don't want to pay for it. Now I'm going to go get some groceries so that I can feed my kids this week. Then I'm going to go home. I'm going to finish editing this vlog and hopefully get it uploaded and posted tonight. That's the goal. In this vlog, I started The Vanishing Half, got about 40 pages in, did not pick it back up. I'm not DNFing it. I might just put it on hold until maybe January. I started ACOMAF. I think I'm like 40% of the way done. I'm still gonna try to finish that in November. It's the 26th, so I still have a few days left. I will try really hard to finish that this month. The books that I did finish in this vlog were Keep It in the Family by John Mars, which was 5 stars, and Beach Read by Emily Henry. Like I said before, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I do have a Emily Henry vlog that I'm working on. I did like the book. I don't know my final rating yet. I'm gonna sit with it for a minute, I think. We'll kind of see what I end up rating it. I feel like I read a lot. Like I read every day except like the first day that we were there, but I only finished 2 books and read like nearly 50% of another one, of a chunker, I will add. ACOMAF she thick. My Arizona vacation is officially over. This vlog is officially over. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure going from blizzard to desert to rain and gloom. Anyways, remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.